Nice job, Lydia. You do know why you're lucky, right? Because you're really the bee. Quick word about sportsmanship. It basically means respect. Respect each other. Respect the players.
All right, welcome back to Bulldog Basketball here on Pier Country. Our starters for tonight's basketball game. As I get the live stream, join me here tonight on Bulldog Basketball. We'll start out since Bill Tyson has given a shout out to the officials for Officials Week. I'll give them a shout out as well. Officials for tonight's matchup: Eric Oakstead, Bradley Myers, and Josh Wisey. Thank those fellas for taking time out of their busy schedules and provide the service so that our boys can be out here and play. Starters tonight for the visiting of the Crescent-Hokah Lancers. Number 13, a senior guard, 6-foot Talon Enerwald.
Number 22,
For the next starter here, all right, 6'2", junior, number 22, Mason Conroy. 6'3", junior, number 23, Ajadis Patchell. Senior, 6'3", number 30, Keaton Holter. And rounding out the starting lineup, senior, 6'1", number 33, Andrew Marler. For our Bulldogs, starters are junior, 5'8", number 2, Jace Bantley. Senior, number 12, Hunter Busby. Junior, number 22, Bro Brinkman. Senior, number 20, Caden Castle. And the man in the middle, senior, number 35, 6'4", Jack Schreiber. The Bulldogs are coached by Jason Herbert. So starters again are Enerwald, Conroy, Patchell, Holter, Marler, Bantley, Busby, Castle, Brinkman, and Schreiber. Bulldogs are in their home uniforms, black trimmed in gold. The Lancers are in their traveling road whites, trimmed in green. Q Media games tonight: Randolph at Lake City. Craig RX Kennedy has a call on Lake Hits 95. And Red Wing at Byron, boys basketball action. Jack Caldwell with the call of that one on 1250 KCUE 99 FM. Tip is won and controlled by the Bulldogs. Here's Busby, hands to Bantley. Now Brinkman, the 3 Bs in the lane, back out. 3-point shot for Bantley to get things going. Off the mark, no good. Brinkman with the rebound and the putback. So Bantley's 3 falls awry. Brinkman there for the offensive rebound, putback, and he'll make an early trip to the free throw line. 17:45 on the clock. That foul was on Patchell, his first. As the scoring gets started on that Thrivent Financial by Jake Thompson scoreboard, as Brinkman puts the Bulldogs up 2 and then 3-0. Minimal pressure here being applied by Brinkman in the backcourt. Broken. And Conroy will get the ball to Enerwald. Now in the lane to Marler. Marler driving against. Schreiber denied a drive there. Now Holter will drive in, laying up and good for Holter. 3-2, 17-15 on the clock. Castle setting up the offense into the block, high block. Now Brinkman has it, looking for Schreiber at the low block. Ball goes off the fingertips of Castle, controlled. Now a kick out, and corner 3 for Busby. Good! Cash money for Busby. Busby got things going last game out for the Bulldogs, hitting a couple three-pointers. 6-2, Bulldogs lead. There's Holter. Trap temporarily, drive in, has Conroy. Conroy's shot short. We'll have a foul on the Bulldogs coming up. Foul on on Busby, his first, team first. And that'll put Conroy to the free throw line. 16:42 on the clock. JV team, they lost earlier on tonight as the the free throw is good. They played well in the first half, but fell in the second half, losing 57-52. Good game by Orlando Haas. Second free throw is in and good for Conroy. It's a 6-4 ball game. Here's Castle looking for Schreiber underneath. Held his foot. Cross-court pass for Brinkman. Rotation now back into Castle. Castle underneath. Wide open is Schreiber. In and good. Schreiber's first 2 points of the ball game. Good assist there from Castle. Cross-court pass goes to Enerwald in the lane, and a turnover by the Lancers. Here's Busby driving baseline. Will kick back out to Castle. Reset by Bentley and Brinkman. Here's rotation now, reversing. Schreiber will kick back out to Bentley. Bentley has it knocked out of his hands. Castle there for the loose ball, and the ball will be knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Bulldog basketball. Schreiber working at that high post, trying to drive down the low post, kind of denied. Here's Castle driving low post, finds Schreiber, his shot no good. Brinkman there for the rebound, has it blocked out of bounds, and it'll be jump ball possession arrow go towards the Lancers. Well, a couple offensive rebounds there for the Bulldogs, just couldn't quite get the ball to roll the right direction. There's Pat Shull driving in, and we'll have a blocking foul. I believe that'll be on Schreiber, team second. Schreiber's first. 15:36 in the first half. Bulldogs up 8-4. Here's Patchell, three-point line, looking. And now we'll have Enerold underneath, Brinkman defending, and Schreiber will come up with the defensive rebound. Schreiber will bring it down, get it to Bentley. Bentley to Brinkman, now to Castle. Castle will fire a long too much. Rebound by Busby. Busby's reverse, no good. Brinkman in there for the offensive rebound. Kicks back out to Schreiber. And Bentley will fire a three. Rolls out, no good. So once again, some offensive rebounds. No success putting it back in for the Bulldogs. Holter looking underneath, wide open is Enerold. He'll lay it in. It's a 2-point ball game, 14:43, 8-6. Bulldogs with the lead yet. Here's Castle driving in, layup in and good on the continuation. Good drive there by Castle. Foul is on Marler, his first, team second. Castle to the free throw line. And Kish will come in and replace Bentley. So Castle's first opportunity at the charity stripe tonight. And we have a lane violation, no shot. I think it was, not exactly sure who that was on. Might have been on CC. Bulldogs will put pressure on the Lancers once again. 10-6 they lead. And Schreiber almost comes away with a loose ball. And Kish and Brinkman temporarily double. Here's Holter driving in. And we'll find Patchell underneath. Another extra pass. And we'll have a foul on the Bulldogs. Third foul on the Bulldogs. That's on Kish, his first. And Enerwold will go to the free throw line for a pair. First free throw is good by Enerwold. 10-7, Bulldogs lead. Second free throw is good. Bulldogs now lead by 2. It'll be Castle, the guard for the Bulldogs, bringing the ball down the court. Here's Schreiber driving in the lane, pump fake, blocked, no good, and Brinkman will tie it up. And that'll be a possession arrow faces the Bulldogs. Oh, they call a reset of the shot clock, excuse me. Busby will trigger inbound, and we'll get it into Kish. Kish back to Busby underneath, low block for Schreiber. Schreiber driving in, no good. Brinkman gets the rebound, and Kish will go back underneath, low block for Schreiber. He'll draw the foul, get to the free throw line. It'll be the third foul on the Lancers, and that's the second on Marler, which will get a substitution checked in for him at the scores table. Schreiber first trip to the free throw line. Third tonight for the Bulldogs. First one off the back of the rim, no good. 13:55 in the first half. Schreiber's second free throw on their way. And that one hits off hard as well. Brinkman will grab the rebound. Gets to Busby. Cross-court pass to Kish. Kish now will drive down, give it to Castle. Here's Schreiber driving in the lane, hands to Kish. Now to Brinkman. Brinkman three-point shot for Busby, no good. Rebound by the Lancers. Quickly down is Patchell driving the lane, and he'll be fouled. Not sure if it'll be on Castle, if it'll be on Busby. Either way, Patchell headed the free throw line. That'll be on Busby, his second, team fourth. Bulldogs are getting the rebounds, just aren't getting the putbacks. First free throw shot in and good for Patchell. And Busby with the 2 fouls will sit. Aiden Knoll will replace him. Second free throw shot is good, and we have a tie ball game. Knoll, as the Lancers put some pressure onto the Bulldogs. Knoll will clear. Castle, cross pass to Brinkman, looking underneath. And kind of putting a bracket on Schreiber. Here's Kish, hands to Schreiber, turnover. Lancers go the other way. Here's Conroy. Kish on the defense. Holter will drive in. Pump fake in and good. His second field goal of the night. And the Lancers now lead 12-10. Here's Kish to Brinkman. Cross-court pass for Knoll underneath for Schreiber. Schreiber will work on Dean. Kick back out. Knoll for 3 short. And Kish will grab the loose ball, and the ball will go out of bounds. Bulldogs struggling to find that shooting, that right shot to make. Schreiber out, Sanders in, Brinkman out, and Bantley back in for the Bulldogs. Dean to Patchell, back to Dean, and almost turned over, but Holter will get it, drive the lane, kick out to Dean. Dean, three-point shot, no good, and Kish will come up with the rebound for the Bulldogs and get it to Castle. Now to Bantley, Castle driving the lane, off the glass, no good, and the ball will go out of bounds to the Lancers. Bulldogs struggling to find that bottom of the hoop. Sub in for the Lancers is number 3, Keyshawn Williams. He'll replace Enerwald. 12:09 on the clock. Bulldogs down 12-10. Bulldogs putting pressure in the backcourt. He's broken, and here's Dean. Now kicks out to Holter. Now Patchell cross-court pass. In the lane to Conroy. Conroy will drive in, and Castle will get called for a foul. Oh, sorry, that was on Sanders, his first. And Conroy to the free throw line. He's 2 for 2. First one is good. 3-point lead now for the Lancers, 13-10. 11:49 on the first half clock. Second free throw on the way. Good as well. 4 of 4 from the free throw line for Conroy. 14-10, Bulldogs trail. Here's Noel crossing the timeline. Will look for Sanders underneath, not there. And now Bentley will find Castle. Castle in the corner, drives the baseline. His layup, no good. Rebound for the Lancers. Cold shooting here for the Bulldogs. As Holter has it. Now Pacho underneath to Conroy. Conroy working on Castle, doubled. And now a kick out to Holter. Holter's runner in the lane, no good. Kish will come up with the rebound. Quickly up to Bentley. Bentley will wait. Now he'll hit Kish. Kish now back door cut for Castle. And finally the Bulldogs are able to break that scoring drought. 12-14. Bulldogs trail. There's Williams up to Conroy, or excuse me, to Dean. Now back to Williams. Man-to-man, 2-3 zone. Here's a three-point shot by Williams. Good. Kind of what we talked about in the pregame is the three-point shot. If you're going to play that 2-3 zone, it leaves you suspect to the three-point shot. Bulldogs now trail 17-12. Here's Castle to Kish. Kish will fire a three-point shot. No good. And the rebound to the Lancers. There's Holter, guarded by Kish. In the lane to Conroy. Kick out to Williams. Williams for three. No good. Hatchell with the rebound. His putback is good. 19-12. 7-point lead for the Lancers. There's Noel has the ball knocked out of his hands. Bentley there to recover. Here's Sanders, drives baseline. Loses the handle on it, otherwise probably would have had it. And he'll throw it off the leg of Dean out of bounds. Cleveter, Brinkman, and Schreiber back in will place Kish, Castle, and Noel. 9:45 on the Drive-In Financial by Jake Thompson clock. Here's Brinkman. We'll have the pass deflected, and it'll be a turnover for the Bulldogs. Cleveter will foul Williams. It's already the 6th foul on the Bulldogs, and that foul was on Sanders. So Williams to the free throw line. He'll shoot a pair. Williams' first free throw rolls off, no good. Hines will check in. He'll replace Sanders. 9:40 in the first half. Bulldogs had the lead early. And now the Lancers with that 7-point lead. Second free throw for Williams is good. 8-point lead now for the Lancers. Here's Brinkman and Bentley breaking the press. Back to Bentley. Bentley now will give it to Schreiber. Schreiber inside to Carson Hines. His shot no good. Gets his own rebound. Now Cleveter will go inside to Hines. He'll get it to fall and one. Cleveter finding Hines on the old assist. And we'll have Karsten getting to the free throw line as the Bulldogs try to chip their way back into this one. Hines with the free throw shot, no good. Brinkman trying for the rebound, and Lancers will end up with it. Here's Holter driving it and passing to Dean. Now over to Enerwald. Pacho has it, and we'll have a foul. That'll be the bonus already for the Lancers as Bentley will get called for the hit. And Pacho will go to the free throw line. He is 2 of 2. So sloppy once again on the fouls for the Bulldogs. Here's the first free throw shot, no good by Patchell, rebound by Schreiber. And Brinkman will throw it over the head of Busby, and it'll be another turnover for the Bulldogs. Conroy comes in, he'll replace Patchell. Holter will lead the charge for the Lancers. Here's a poke away by Bantley, turnover. And Bantley will get it to Schreiber. Schreiber driving in, stops, back out to Bantley, now to Cleveter. Cleveter swing to Brinkman, long, no good. Quickly up the other way is Enerwald, out to Williams for three, no good. Carson Hines grabs the rebound. Bantley to Brinkman, now Cleveter. Cleveter will fire for three. Good! Cleveter for three. 3-point lead now for the Lancers. Here's a drive by Holter, and he'll be fouled by Hines. Quick step by Holter, driving in the lane, and Hines will follow him on the way. So the Lancers once again will head to the free throw line. Holter has 4 points tonight, his first opportunity from the free throw line. That went hard off the back iron, no good. Marler will check back in for Dean. Marler left early with 2 fouls, back in now, 8:09 on the clock. Second free throw for Holter is good. 21-17, Bulldogs down. Brinkman to Cleveter. Cleveter underneath, now to Schreiber. Schreiber looked for Hines, not there. And now to Brinkman. Brinkman will get the ball over to Cleveter. Now back to Brinkman. Brinkman in the lane to Hines, and it's another turnover for the Bulldogs. Hines looking for Schreiber underneath. Here's Williams. Fade away, good. Nice shot by Williams. 23-17, Lancers with the lead. The Bulldogs have it temporarily down, but now have to battle back once again. Here's Bantley in the lane to Hines. Hines to Schreiber. Schreiber back to Bantley. Bantley will travel. Another turnover by the Bulldogs. 6 unofficially so far. And 7:24 left in the first half for the Lancers and Bulldogs here. Here's Holter, guarded tightly by Brinkman. Now back up top in the lane to Conroy. Conroy pitch back out to Holter. Holter driving the lane. Looked like he got away with a travel, but they'll call a foul on the Bulldogs. That's on Hines, his second. 7:08, and Holter back to the free throw line. Free throw is good. 24-17, 7-point lead. Castle comes back in for Hines. Second free throw, hard off the back iron, rebound by Brinkman. Castle over to Cleveter, back up, now rotation, reversed in the lane to Bantley. Bantley will kick out to Brinkman. Now they'll switch with each other. Here's Schreiber, back out to Brinkman. Brinkman will get it into Castle. Castle underneath to Schreiber. Schreiber up with it, in, good. Got to get Jack going. Good look there by Castle. Bulldogs trail 19-24. There's a cross-court pass to Williams. Williams will fire for three, no good. Schreiber, Bantley will get the credit for the rebound. Off the tip. There's Brinkman now, back to Bantley, top of the key. Tight defense by Williams. Here's Castle now, looking low post for Schreiber. Schreiber off the glass, good. 2 in a row from Castle to Schreiber. 3-point ball game. See if the Bulldogs can get a stop here on the defensive side. Here's Marler underneath. He will lose the handle on it, and that's a turnover for the Lancers. Quickly up ahead to Cleveter. Cleveter underneath for Castle. Castle shot no good. And the Lancers will get the loose ball off of the short shot. Here's Holter driving in. Nobody stopping him. Floater, no good. Out of bounds to the Bulldogs. 5:35 on the clock. Bulldogs down by 3, 24-21. Schreiber leading the way so far for the Bulldogs with 6. He's scored the last 2 trips down the lane, down for the Bulldogs. Here's Brinkman looking high post for Schreiber. Leader. Back to Brinkman. Cross-court pass for Brinkman. Now Castle. Castle will back out. Now fire a 3 well short. Schreiber with the rebound. And then underneath they will have a timeout on the floor as Schreiber rebound and put back. 6 points in a row for Schreiber. 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Bulldog Basketball on Pure Country. All right, welcome back after the timeout. 5:06 on the Thrivent Financial by Jake Thompson scoreboard. Bulldogs find themselves down 1, 23-24, after Schreiber has scored the last 6 points for the Bulldogs. Here's Enerwald, now to Williams. Williams now to Conroy. Enerwald open for 3, good. 27-23. Bulldogs trail. Here's Castle driving the lane, and he'll be fouled on the drive. Foul on Williams, his first, team 4th. 4:40 on the clock. Here's Bantley into Castle. Now Brinkman back to Bantley. Bantley for 3, no good. And Schreiber battling, and we'll have a jump ball. And possession arrow will face the Lancers. 3-point buckets just not falling for Jace as of late. Unsuccessful against Pine Island, unsuccessful here so far tonight. Underneath to Conroy, the Lancers driving in, ball knocked out of his hands. Now Williams will have it. Williams driving in, and his floater good. Bulldogs struggling a little bit on those drives now, down 6, 29-23. Here's Castle driving in, kick back out to Cleveter. Cleveter cross-court pass, quickly in, down to Schreiber. Schreiber working that low post, in off the glass, and good. Keep feeding him. They just got to get a stop on the other side. 25-29, Bulldogs down 4. In the lane, knocked away. That'll be a steal for Castle. Here's Bantley. Over to Cleveter. Cleveter scanning the defense. Now Schreiber cross-court pass. Brinkman, good thing he's got long arms, has it. Now back from Castle underneath to Brinkman. He's got it. Brinkman from Castle. Castle deciding he's the passing man tonight. We'll take him. Bulldogs now down by 2, 27-29. Got another stop in him. Let's hope. Here's Williams. Cross-court pass to Holter. Holter back to Williams, now to Enerwald. Enerwald driving in. Now Williams, he'll fire a long 3. Hits high, no good. Schreiber will gather the 5th rebound, and then we'll have a throwaway and turnover in an inopportune time. Coach Herber not happy with the pass. It's been a struggle the whole season. And so far again here tonight. Williams out for the Lancers, and Altschlager in for the Lancers. Here's Holter, corner 3, good for Enerwald. His second 3-point shot, and it's a 32-27 ball game that turnover results in a 3-point basket for the Lancers. Here's Castle losing the handle on the ball. Gets it to Schreiber. Schreiber now to Bentley. Now to Brinkman. Rotation for Cleveter. Cleveter's three. Good! Cash for Cleveter. Claw from outside. 30-32. Here's Holter. Now to a double. Good defense there. And Cleveter will come up with the steal. Another turnover for the Lancers. Good defense there by Claw. Here's Brinkme, Bentley, Cleveter, the junior trio out there. Here's Castle. Now back to Cleveter. Cleveter back to Brinkman. Now back and forth. Here's Castle underneath. Has Schreiber driving in the lane. Step through, no good. Rebound by the Lancers. Here's Holter. Up quickly to Enerwold. Enerwold will fire for three. No good. Good box out by Bentley. Bentley will get credit for the rebound and a foul on Alschlager, his first, team 6. And Castle, there was I'll have to apologize. I didn't see who the sub was that came in. So here's Brinkman. Gets to Cleveter. Now back to Brinkman. Bentley and Brinkman up on top. Here's Cleveter, fires for three. Just a little short. Brinkman flying through. His shot no good. Battling in there. He's going to head to the free throw line. Seventh foul on the Lancers and the third on Marler. Brinkman I have down with 9 rebounds so far, and his second appearance at the free throw line. Rolls in good. 123 on the first half timer, sponsored by Thrivent Financial and Jake Thompson. Coming up at halftime, we'll have the People's State Bank halftime report. We'll see if we can get you a score from the girls' game down in La Crescent. Brinkman's second free throw ties it up. 32 apiece. Bulldogs will bring pressure in. Castle will do his best against Holter and try not to send him to the free throw line, driving through, and he will get it to go. That drive in off the dribble so far has been success for the Lancers. Here's Castle driving the lane. He will be headed to the free throw line as we have a foul underneath on the Lancers. Foul is on Dean, his first, team 8th. Castle is 0 for 1 at the free throw line tonight. Bulldogs down 34-32. First free throw hard, and then bounces back in. Hey, a shooter's touch for the Bulldogs. Few and far between this year. 33-34. There's a second one for CC. Too hard. Ball almost comes up with the rebound off the missed free throw. Holter driving through, kicks it to Dean. Dean, I guess, has it blocked. And a rebound quickly down, and we got off the hands of Enerwold, out of bounds. 47.6 on the clock, 31 on the shot clock. Official Oakstead having a conversation with Holter. Brinkman to inbound, waiting for movement, gets it into Schreiber. Schreiber got pushed in the back. He's battling in there, rejected from the back, and it'll be out of bounds. Surprised the backside official did not see the push in the back, but we'll move along. 34 on the shot clock. See what the Lancers do here to end the half. As Enerwold now to Alschlager. Now Holter, long three, no good. Schreiber skies for the rebound. And the Bulldogs can now hold for the last shot. As the shot clock is off, 20 seconds on the timer. In the lane to Castle. Bentley underneath to Schreiber. Schreiber driving in. Pump fake in off the glass and good. Schreiber connects off the glass. Bulldogs got to play defense now. And And here's Holter, kick out to Dean. Now the extra pass to Conroy. Conroy's three, good. And that'll end the first half of play off of a three-point make by Conroy to end it 37-35. Bulldogs trail at the half. We'll tally up some first half stats, come back for the People's State Bank halftime report. You're listening to Bulldog Basketball on Peer Country.
Alright, we got last call for the raffle. If you still want to get a raffle ticket, it's $5. Show them the blanket. Look at that beautiful thing. All you gotta do is give $5 or $20 and you get 5 chances. You decide. It's not as good as the lottery.
live stream fired back up here as we're going to begin the second half of play. Bulldogs will start with the ball. And I think we have our starting five on each side back out there. Here's Brinkman looking underneath. Now has it to Castle. Castle bullying his way in, and he'll hit. Good start to the second half as Castle ties things up at 37 from the feed from Brinkman. He's underneath the ball to Conroy. Conroy backing it out to Enerwald. Now Marler in the lane to Holter. Kick back out for Patchell. Patchell in off the drive, and we'll have a blocking foul on Schreiber. That'll be Schreiber's second. No non-shooting foul. The Lancers will inbound to Patchell. Now to Conroy. Conroy will have Enerwald underneath. His turnaround J is good. 39-37. Here's Busby. And his pass will be taken away. Turnover for the Bulldogs. Here's Conroy. He'll drive in on Castle. Castle defensive. Now Marler kick back out to Patchell. Patchell being guarded by Brinkman. Now underneath to Conroy. Castle skies for the block. And the Bulldogs will head back the other way. 16:40 on the second half clock. Here's Brinkman back out to Bantley in the lane. Now back out to Brinkman for three. Good! Brinkman for three, a rare three-point shot for Bo. He connects, gives the Bulldogs a 1-point lead, 40-39. There's Patchell. He'll hand the ball, and Brinkman, there'll be a turnover. Brinkman will corral it. Now to Bantley. Bantley looks underneath for Schreiber. Schreiber to Castle. Castle, jump shot, no good. Brinkman will come up with the rebound. And here's Bantley for three. Too hard. Brinkman once again with the rebound. Here's Brinkman. Drives in. He will lay up. No good. And the Lancers will get possession after multiple second chance opportunities for the Bulldogs. Just couldn't find the good shot to put it in the bottom. Here's Patchell to Marler. Marler back to Patchell. Patchell blocked from behind by Castle. And here's Bantley up to Schreiber. Now Busby. Busby back to Bantley. Now into Schreiber. Schreiber had it on the right-hand side. And he's blocked from behind. Bullying his way in there. He'll get fouled this time. If you can't get it the first time, get it once again. First team foul. That'll go on Holter, his first, and Schreiber to the free throw line. His second trip to the free throw line. He's 0 of 2 tonight. First one goes in for Jack. 15-11 on the Thrivent Financial by Jake Thompson scoreboard. Bulldogs up 2, 41-39. Second one for Jack. Goes in. Bulldogs will put a little bit of pressure on. Broken easily. Here's Holter. Good speed from Holter. Real work by Busby. Now Schreiber almost had it. Had it right in his hands. Not enough stickum tonight. Right on 15 minutes on the clock. And the Lancers will inbound in front of their own hoop. Inbound to Conroy, wide open, no good. Castle will get the rebound. And Bantley will lead the way for the Bulldogs. Now to Castle, corner for Busby. Busby for three. Good! Second three-point shot for Busby goes in. We'll have a timeout on the floor as the Bulldogs lead 45-39. We'll take a quick one. 30-second timeout. You're listening to Bulldog Basketball. Right after the timeout called by the Lancers, Bulldogs will be on defense, leading 45-39. 14:41 on the second half timer. Here's Patchell guarded by Brinkman. Bulldogs kind of in that, I think this is what they call their triangle defense. Brinkman guarding Conroy up top. Here's Patchell driving in. Patchell kind of pushing off Brinkman. Brinkman holding his own. Three-point shot, no good. Schreiber will get the rebound, his 7th. Here's Castle, gets to Bantley. Bantley looking back underneath, doubled. Will get it to Brinkman. Now to Busby on the opposite side, right-hand side. In the lane to Bantley. Bantley's little turnaround, no good. Little bunny shot, no good. And the Lancers come back the other way. Here's Conroy in the lane to Patchell. Patchell working on Schreiber. His turnaround, and they're going to call a foul on Jack. That'll be his third team foul in the second half. So Patchell go to the free throw line. First opportunity for the Lancers in the second half from the free throw line. Patchell is 2 of 3. That one is good. 45-40, Bulldogs with the lead. Patchell's second free throw shot will rattle in good. 45-41, Bulldogs lead. Here's Brinkman, gets the feed from Bantley. Now back to Bantley, now Busby, cross court to Brinkman. Brinkman underneath to Castle. Castle, low block going in, and it'll ball go off of his foot. Out of bounds on the shot. It'll be another turnover for the Bulldogs. Schreiber will come out, and Big Country comes in to take his spot. Hines. 13:30 on the clock. There's Patchell with the ball, looking for Marler. Drives in, hands to Holter. Holter guarded by Bantley. Now to Patchell. Patchell guarded by Brinkman. Looking to driving in. Good poke by Castle. Thwarts his effort. Cross-court pass to Conroy. Conroy now will drive in against Hines. Blocked by the combination. And Castle will control the ball. Not sure who will get credit for the block. We'll give it to Castle. Driving in on either one of them is not the most ideal thing. Here's Carson underneath. Will hand it to Castle, and Castle hit. Good look from Hines, getting the feed to Caden. 47-41, Bulldogs with the lead. Here's Patchell, now to Conroy. Conroy back to Marler. Looking underneath to Holter. Holter will have it fire for 3 over Bantley. No good. Castle will corral the loose ball and give it to Busby. Busby, as Coach Herbert says, set it up. Here's Bantley in the lane to Hines. Now out from Castle to Busby. Rebound by Brinkman. 3-point shot. Good! As Bantley finally finds one in the bottom, and Brinkman will come up with the loose ball, and it won't quite finish. Busby there for the rebound. Castle, he'll fire a 3-point shot short, and it'll come back the other way for the Lancers. 11:36 on the clock. Bulldogs lead 52-49. Here's Marler, feeds Patchell inside. Castle doing his best defense. Patchell hit over the top. Just not in the greatest position Castle was, but tried not to get a foul called either. 50-43, and the ball will stay with the Bulldogs. Williams and Dean back in for the Lancers. Sanders will give Cece a break. Bantley inbound as the Bulldogs go to their stack. Here's Hines. One dribble up, in, off the glass, no good. I don't know if dribble was the best thing there. Here's a 3-point shot, no good. Brinkman with the rebound. 11 minutes on the clock. Now Brinkman to Busby. trying to get that ball into big country. Here's Sanders. Sanders back out to Brinkman. Brinkman now to Busby. And now we'll have a 3-second violation. That'll be a turnover as Carson just in the lane a little bit too long. And the Lancers will have possession. 10:47 on the clock. Here's Enerwald being guarded with Knoll, who checked into the ball game. Now Patchell over to Williams. Williams thought about the three, back to Holter. Rotation now to Patchell, now to Dean. Dean, top of the key to Williams. Williams for three, no good. Long rebound goes to Patchell. Patchell step back underneath, knocked away by Sanders. Good defense, good recovery by Sanders underneath. Lancers getting a couple too many good looks right now as the sharpshooter Williams back in there. There's the ball coming long into Dean. Now in the lane to Enerwald. His jumper good. Good looking shot there by Enerwald in the lane. Hard to defend that one. 50-45 as Knoll hit Hines. Now bad pass. Bulldogs maintain possession of the ball. Here's Knoll. Now to Busby in the lane to Hines. Now to Brinkman. Brinkman will create a foul on Patchell. His team third. That is Patchell's third, 9:57. Schreiber will check back in, and he'll put Sanders back on the bench. Here's Busby to inbound, has Brinkman. Brinkman's jumper from the free throw, or from the corner, is good. Good shot there by Brinkman. Feed coming in from Busby. Here's Holter driving, his jumper good. He's a smooth basketball player driving that lane. 47-52 Bulldogs lead. Here's Knoll. Now to Brinkman. Across to Busby, and then Busby out to Hines. Hines back to Busby. Knoll underneath. Reverse, not good. Brinkman flying in. He loses the handle on the rebound. Turnover. Here's Patchell underneath. Had two guys there to defend, and Schreiber will come up with a loose ball. Brinkman will jump stop and give back to Knoll. Knoll now driving to Busby. Now Schreiber looking for Hines on that low block. Hines not getting the position. Now back to Knoll. Knoll, a look from Busby underneath to Schreiber. Schreiber's reverse goes. Schreiber's first points, field goal of the second half from the feed from Busby. 54-47. Bulldogs still up. 8:28 on the Thriving Financial by Jake Thompson scoreboard. Here's a steal by Knoll. Good poke away. And the Bulldogs go underneath to Schreiber. Kick back out to Brinkman. Now Knoll has it. Underneath, Schreiber wide open. In off the glass. Good feed from Knoll. And we'll have a timeout called by Coach Herber. Yeah, Schreiber now has 18, and we'll have a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick one with them. You're listening to Bulldog Basketball on Pure Country. All right, after the timeout, Bulldogs lead with 8:10 left in the second half. They lead 56-47. Cleveter checks back in along with Kish. And there's all sorts of bodies hitting the floor. Williams for the Lancers has it now to Holter. Kish guarding him tightly, and he'll get called for a reach. That one was quite an obvious foul for Kish. That'll be his second and the team's third. It'll be out of bounds, sideline, inbound for the Lancers. And Enerwald guarded loosely. Here's Williams, three-point shot, no good. Schreiber will grab the rebound and give to Noel. Schreiber's 10th rebound. Noel will drive. His shot no good, and the ball go off of Patchell out of bounds. Good shot by Noel, just couldn't get it to roll up high enough and over the rim. Cleveter will inbound for the Dogs and get it into Castle. Castle, turnaround, baseline. I thought he was going to drive right in. Now Cleveter and Castle back and forth. Schreiber looking in the lane, no good. Gets his own rebound. Put back, good. Schreiber battling inside and converting 58-47. Bulldogs lead 7:22 on the clock. Here's Patchell. Kish knocks it out of his hands, and Kish's going to get a little bit too handsy again, and he'll get called for his third foul, fifth on the Bulldogs. 7:15, another sideline inbounds pass over in front of the student section. Good student section once again. On hand, Enerwald has it back to Patchell. Patchell cross-court pass to Williams. Williams wide open for three. No good. Castle will get the rebound, his fifth. And he has Cleveter wide open in the corner. Decides against the cross-court pass. Now Noel. Noel back to Kish in the lane. And underneath wide open is Schreiber. He's good. Good feed from Castle. Castle's fifth assist. 60-47 Bulldogs lead. Here's Enerwald. Decides not to hit a cutting Dean. Now Holter. Cleveter, great defense by Cleveter. Pitch out to Dean. Dean's three-point shot, no good. Rebound by Noel. Will color the loose ball. 6:20 Bulldogs regain possession, 60-47. They have the lead. Here's Castle at the high elbow over to Noel. Noel into Castle. Castle in the lane. Short, no good. Rebound by the Lancers. I think Castle was just looking for a little bit of a foul there, trying to draw something. Kish will be called for his fourth. Just a little bit too much with the body. Sixth team foul. And we'll have the Bees, the killer Bees coming in. Busby, Bantley, and Brinkman replace Cleveter, Noel, and Kish with his fourth foul. 24 seconds on the shot clock, right on 6 minutes. Here is Conroy wide open, no good. Brinkman unofficially 15th rebound. Here's Busby back to Bantley, and Brinkman now on the top. Here's Castle. Castle looks back out, pulls back out for Busby. Now Busby, Bantley. Now underneath, Schreiber finds Castle. Castle is rejected, and Coach Herber, his reaction says it all. He was thinking there was going to be no foul on that. Late foul call on the Lancers. That is on Patchell, his fourth, and Castle to the free throw line for a pair. He is 1 of 3 tonight. First free throw goes in. 61-47, 5:36. And the fans notice a wide open Williams waiting for a rebound way down in the other corner, kind of cherry picking. Second free throw for Castle is good. 62-47, 5:35 and counting on the timer. Here is Holter. Holter driving. I think he kind of traveled, but Brinkman will come up the Schreiber will come up the loose ball. Busby will get it down low to Castle. One more pass to Schreiber. Schreiber no good off the glass. Bantley with the rebound. In the lane to Castle. Castle has his shot blocked, and the Lancers will head back the other way. Here is Conroy, jumper in the lane, no good. Schreiber will corral the ball, and Bantley will bring it back the other way. Bentley has Brinkman now in the lane to Castle. Castle has it in and good, laying off the glass. 64-47, Bulldogs with the win. 4:44 on the clock. Here's a cutting Holter. Good deny by the Bulldogs. 3-point shot by Williams. Hard off the glass. Rebound was corralled by Conroy and put back. Bulldogs just kind of lost Conroy in the shuffle. 64-49, Bulldogs lead. Here's pass Busby or Bentley to Brinkman. Now backdoor cut. Castle in off the glass and good. Good feed from Schreiber. Castle gets it to fall off the glass. He'll head to the free throw line for the old-fashioned 3-point play. Foul is on Williams, his second. Schreiber out and Big Country back in. Carson Hines back in as Castle to the free throw line. 4:12 on the clock. Bulldogs lead 66-49. Free throw is good. 6-7-49, Bulldogs lead. 4:07 left in the half. Here's Patchell guarded by Brinkman, yes. Fit off to Williams. No good. Castle gets the rebound, and Castle will bring it into Brinkman. Brinkman, one extra pass to Hines. Hines misses his shot. Gets his own rebound. And a reset. Back to Hines, high post. Now Bentley to Busby, back into Hines. Hines off the glass, good! Good feeds tonight from the Bulldogs. They lead 69-49. Here's Holter driving in against Busby. His runner is good, very, very good by Holter. Nice move there to get himself into the hoop. Here's Bulldogs, Hines. Dribbling down, hands it to Castle. Castle in off the glass. Another assist from Hines to Castle. 71-51. Here's Williams to Patchell. Now Patchell will drive against Castle. Castle, good defense. And Hines will battle, but Coulter ends up with his... and the continuation they'll give to Patchell on the drive.
What? No!
And foul was on Brinkman, his first. Team 6. I think that's the team 7th. Patchell to the free throw line for the and one opportunity. 71-53, 2:48 on the clock. Free throw by Patchell rolls out, no good. Brinkman with the rebound. Bentley will bring it up, a little bit of pressure by Enerwald. Gets it to Busby underneath the Schreiber. Schreiber gets a pack of Lancers, and we'll have a foul on Conroy. That's the 6th. I think the scoreboard is off on fouls. I have that down as 6 fouls. That was on Conroy. He'll sit along with Enerwald. Bentley, the trigger man, will get it into Brinkman. Brinkman will fire for 3. Short off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound by the Lancers. And that's Maverick Moore. The dish to Austin Hill, who entered the ball game, and he hits a 3. 71-56. Here's Brinkman, and the feed inside. Brinkman there, and we'll have a timeout for the Bulldogs. Full timeout. We'll take that with them. You're listening to your Bulldog Nation station, Peer Country, brought to you by Bennett's Food Center. We'll be back right after this. Coach Herbert taking the time out there to kind of have a conversation with ball control with the boys. 2:06 left in the half. Bulldogs with the 71-56 lead. There's Busby. He'll drive in, give to Bantley. Bantley will get bodied by Alschlager, his second. And Dean will come in. He'll replace Patchell. Busby will inbound in front of the Bulldog bench. And we'll get it into Bantley. 1:55 on the timer. Here's Bantley, guarded tightly by Moore. He'll drive in, pitch out to Castle. Another pass, extra pass. And Brinkman will drive in. His runner, good! On the drive, Brinkman creating space, laying it off the glass. Foul was on Stavaris, his first, and I guess it's the team's 7th. I have it as 8. Brinkman for the old-fashioned three-point play. Gets it to go. 74-56, Bulldogs lead. Moore controlling for the Lancers. He'll drive in, kick out to Hill. Hill's three-point shot, no good. Rebound for Dean. Dean looking underneath. Now another extra feed. And Lancers will lose the ball out of bounds. 1:23 on the clock. 74-56 Bulldogs lead. Brinkman into Bantley. And Bantley will get it up the sideline. Slow it back up. Wait for his Bulldog teammates to come with. And they'll get it to Busby. Busby, he'll drive the lane, hits to Brinkman. Brinkman off the glass, good. Bo now with 17 points. Here's Stavaris over to Moore. Moore driving in, hop step, back jumper, no good. Castle gets the rebound, and he'll give it to Brinkman. 45 seconds left in the game, and Busby will hand to Bantley, and they'll just play a game of keep away here. Busby dribbling now. Schreiber top of the key. 30 seconds left in the game. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Schreiber. He will drive it baseline. Stop. Get to Brinkman. Brinkman lost the handle temporarily, but he'll hit the 2-point bucket. Schreiber with the assist. 78-56 as Landon Staudiker will come in for the last few seconds of the ball game. 10 seconds. Bulldogs will pull out the victory here tonight. Here's Moore for 3, short. Bantley will corral the rebound, and that'll be the game. 78-56 Bulldogs win. We'll take some time, tally up the stats from the game, and be back with your Cropland Alfalfa player of the game right after we hear from them. You're listening to Bulldog Basketball on Pier Country. All right, welcome back to Plainview-Elgin-Millville High School. Bulldogs pull out the victory 78-56 tonight over the Crescent-Hokah Lancers. They'll improve their record to 4-8, and the Lancers fall to 2-12 on the year. Tallying up some stats from the game here. We'll start out with the visitors on the scoreboard. Keyshawn Williams with 8. Then we're all scored in the first half. Bulldogs did a good job getting the hand in his face in the second half. Austin Hill with 3. Talon Enerwald with 12. Mason Conroy with 9. Ajaeus Patchell with 10. And Keaton Holter with 10. Holter, good ball handler on the drive. Real smooth ball handler. Be something, although he is a senior, something that the Lancers can kind of build off on their side. Scoring for the Bulldogs, Jace Bantley had 3. He was 1 of 4 from downtown. Logan Cleveter had 6. Hunter Busby had 6. He was 2 of 3 from downtown. Caden Castle with 18. Had 13 in the second half. Bo Brinkman with 19. He had 12 in the second half. Jack Schreiber with 22. He had 10 in the second half. And Carson Hines with 4. Good job by the Bulldogs in the second half getting that low post game going. And it was fun to see Castle and Schreiber the back and forth there. Also Hines and Schreiber the back and forth there. Just good ball movement from the Bulldogs. Lots of assists tonight. I am not sure what the final tally on the assists are, but they did well with the turnovers. I had unofficially 11 turnovers. We'll see how close I am on that. But the rebounds, the Bulldogs crashing the boards, and I think it was probably one of their best rebounding performances of the season. Jack Schreiber unofficially with 12, Caden Castle with 7, and Bo Brinkman I have with 16 rebounds. We'll see how close I am when the huddle report comes out. Right now, the score I'm getting from down on the Crescent, Bulldog girls having a battle with La Crescent-Hokah, leading by 2, 41-39 with 4 minutes left in the second half. I'm sure that has probably updated since then, but that's the score I have. My my Cropland Alfalfa player of the game goes to the junior, Bo Brinkman, getting his long arms up there and doing a great job grabbing those rebounds. 19 points, 16 rebounds. And he'll be our Cropland Alfalfa player of the game. Thanks for tuning in on the live stream. Hopefully it went all right on that end. I'll sign off from the live stream. We'll see you Saturday for our next live stream.
Well, I think there was only 11 turnovers tonight. I think. So.
I bet. Compared to Saturday, it was like a nice big difference.
Yeah. Well, I overdid it. I think I thought I had like 27. And the report said I had like 41.
You know what, bud? So, I turned my phone off. We had people, like 6 times. I turned the phone off around 17, like, how to do that. Turn on at halftime. 2017. And then, turn it on when I'm picking them up. So I just scored with 2 minutes to go. I'm like, oh my God, it's going to be the longest 2 minutes going. And then I watched the play-by-play and it goes down. And I would have lost that game too. But anyway, back to rebounds. But yeah, home for offensive. Oh, 19 points. Second half, 23 minutes. Yeah. He played well. He just finally decided we can stop our pitch. So we have 4 of them. So am I. Especially when I have them. So last year we're going to have them for a while.
Oh, yeah. Put some meat on some of those younger kids.
Hey guys. We got Blake Burdick coming though.
Yeah. The girls are having microphone on the